Hi there, and welcome to Honeybee U Tarot. My name is Melissa. In Cards and Coffee, we're dialoguing right now with the Major Arcana, and we are on the Chariot. So we will be looking at asking what are the highest manifestations of this energy. How are we using it in the highest manner collectively, as well as looking at how are we using it in the lower manifestations, and maybe even shadow, which is more kind of a disowned piece that if we were to own it, we could turn it into more of a superpower, if you will. Then I will be pulling or asking God, just blanked out. Okay. Then I will be pulling a question out of this book, Journaling the Tarot, a little book of big questions by Andy Matzner. It's got many journal prompts for each card in the deck, and based on what we get initially, we'll look at pulling another question, 2 or 3, do a reading there. Okay, so anything else you need to know about this reading will be in the description box below. It is actually Wednesday evening, and I decided to take a break. I went for a walk. I'm a little windblown, a little tired, but I decided, it's beautiful tomorrow, and when I finish my work day tomorrow, I'm gonna take a break, or I'll do a different type of reading. So I want to get this posted up for Friday. Okay, so let's look. Sorry. I have extensively cleared, cleansed, and shuffled my decks. Just doing a few on camera here. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not, and why I'm laughing so much. Okay, what is the highest manifestation? What do we need to know with the highest manifestation of the Chariot? Whew. 10 of Matches at the bottom of the deck after a long struggle, right? Top line there, achievement. We also have I'm going to just read the words off of this particular deck, okay? Accomplishment, responsibility, burden, stress. We also have burnout, and we also have in the reverse delegation. So this Chariot is the final card on the first line of the Major Arcana. So if we were to line up all the Major Arcana cards, we have 22. It starts off with the Fool, and so that's in and of itself, right? It's pure inspiration, pure potentiality, and then we've got in the Fool fits in anywhere. And then we've got these 7 lines that can represent different things. Okay, different stages of development, we'll just say. Okay, we'll just say that. Let's look and see what this is. 9 of Matches. Okay, so we have resilience, persistence, strong will, indeed, and struggle. So this Chariot, okay, here's 9 of Matches. I'm sorry, I'm so scattered. I don't know why. I would have thought I'd be more grounded, but I'm not. Okay. The Chariot. Look at all the yellow. in here, the solar plexus surrounding him. The wheels of the chariot are yellow. Yellow, remember, solar plexus, the willpower. Okay, so this energy has moved through all of the cards that we've already done before, and there's a sense of gaining control over the driver's life, right? There's a sense of victory in having learned the different aspects of living in this world, being in this world, and being able to take control over one's own direction and one's own experiences, I suppose. It's a struggle, right? It's not easy. Reaching a certain, level of adulthood is important. And there's more, right? And there's more, but it's important. And, there is a sense of victory there. And it takes, resilience, it takes persistence, and it takes strong will. Okay. So, I don't know what more to say. I could say much more, I suppose, but in terms of what the purpose of this dialoguing with the Major Arcana, I'm not getting like a whole lot more for, even we have the 2 of matches here underneath the 10 of matches. So I kind of don't want to go on and on too much. At some point, there is a recognition here that while this person feels adult, there's going to be more along this journey. And we're going to delve more into, now we're going to be delving into like the unconscious and understanding, not just him as a person, as a human, but maybe what motivates, what drives, and then we move into, the superconscious, and more of our connection with all that is. And so there can be some conflicts within this card as well, okay? Difficult choices. I don't know why I just thought of this, but I just saw it flash in front of me. The book, The Road Less Traveled. We make choices, and I never read it. It was recommended to me. But what I was going to say before that flashed was, we make choices in our lives about, which path we're going to take, and we can get so stuck in trying to figure out what's the right way, what's the right thing to do. And for some reason, we're trying to figure out, like, there's a right way, and that's going to make everything, my whole life, be great. And, that's not how it works. So we come up against this energy, all of these cards at any given time in our life. But there is a a sense of, yes, it's about victory, it's about accomplishment, it's about feeling, you know, empowered. And yet, how powerful are we when it's all said and done? Okay? Okay. In the bigger scheme of things, okay? Against natural forces, against the gods. And I didn't ask the question, but let's see. Yeah, so what just came out, I didn't ask, so I'm not, we got strength, that's coming up next, right? And we got the lovers. So in between the lovers card, which we just looked at yesterday, and the card that we're going to look at Monday, sits the chariot. In between the choices I make, and wrestling with parts of me that are, you know, very primal. We'll talk about more, you know, this. Okay. All right. Man. Devil at the bottom of the deck. All right, interesting. Okay, now let me ask the question. So, what are the lower manifestations? Okay, so 2 pages, bottom of the deck, page of matches, and we have page of needles. We also have 4 of cups and 9 of needles. So we have page of swords, the page of swords, 4 of cups, and 9 of swords. Sorry. Okay, I think he's done. All right, so we got the page of swords or page of needles in this deck, 4 of cups and 9 of needles. All right, so another piece to this card is about using our words, okay, in order to create a certain reality or to gain control over something. For me, our words, our language, the things that we speak, are tools for manifesting, okay? However, they can limit, they can put limits on experience, on authenticity, on experiencing the reality of something. So I used to have, let's see, what could I use? Well, I used to have a I guess I could use this as an example. Okay, let's see. If I said, what is this? You know, you might say it's a heart. It's a heart. Some people might say, you know, they know what the crystal is, so they would name the crystal. However, if you spend time with it, what we would say is, what we would start to do is describe it, or I would ask you to describe it. You know, it's something, it feels hard, it feels cold to my hands, initially. It's in the shape, it's in a heart shape, or it's in a, but even that can be limiting. You could do more research into what, this is selenite, what particular type of stone selenite is, right? But we're still kind of limiting it. It's limited based on our own knowledge at any given moment. So there are certain limitations there. Okay, so the words on these cards are ambition, restlessness, initiative, haste, dishonor, all talk. Page of Needles. All right. Four of Cups, contemplation, spark, apathy, disillusion, re-energized, and motivation. And then for Nine of Needles, hopelessness, anxiety, coping, hope, anguish, letting go. Okay. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing, on the shadow side, we may move forward recklessly, without thinking, without taking time to study something, to learn more about it, to move in a more controlled, thoughtful manner. We want to be able to gain control over ourselves before taking action, before being reactive even, right? At the same time, we don't want to overthink things. We don't want to stay up in our head and go into analysis paralysis and like I said, believe we have to know how everything's going to work out with the right proper choices. Sometimes we just have to say, okay, here's what I have, here's what I'm feeling, here's what I'm sensing. This seems like the best right thing to do right now, and then surrender and trust that if I take that action, I will be okay, right? I am in control of as much as I can be in control of. And the rest of it, I have to surrender. And if shit happens, then I will deal with it, right? But so we have to be able to move when we feel that spark, but we also want to be, it's like being in balance, okay? He understands that he has gone through a lot and he is a victor. He's moved through, conquered the city, conquered civilization, ready to go strike out on his own, but he will move in balance, with balance. Is that what I want to say? With balance and trust in himself, right? Okay. And we have the Page of Wands here. And again, some of the more negative words are aimless and procrastination here. Okay. So, you have the keys to the car. We all have the keys to the car, to our life. And yes, there can be limitations. Some people drive the limo or have someone drive. That's not a good one. Some people have the, I don't know, what's the luxury? The Lexus or the Range Rover. And some people have the, I don't even know, the Prius. I mean, it's just, we can still get from point A to point B, okay? Okay, so let's see what this, Interesting. You know, this doesn't necessarily have to do with this. I'm going to go with with this question. What persona are you presenting to the world? The follow-up question is, how accurately does it reflect your genuine nature? And the follow-up to that is, how does your persona protect you? Interesting questions. Okay. What persona are you presenting to the world? Okay, what persona presenting to the world? And this can also be, this can be individual and collective, obviously. Just looking at ways to dialogue with the cards and with our higher, wiser self as well, right? What persona are you projecting? Does it say? What is it? Presenting. Persona are you presenting to the world? Lovers wants to pop out. What persona presenting to the world? Give me a minute. All right, there we go. 10 of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Princess of Cups, Princess of Wands, and 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. You know, what this looks like to me is someone who is in a energy of considering, thinking, studying what they want, what would be emotionally fulfilling, what lights them up, what rows their boat, and they may be currently experiencing some, loneliness and being alone, and after a long period of struggle and feeling maybe a little knocked down around and bruised. I mean, think of us collectively. I mean, gosh, give me a break. You know what? I mean, haven't we all felt like this? And, well, now spring has sprung. At least where I am, spring. I feel like I'm coming back to life just with that. But, it seems like maybe we're getting some ideas on how to get back into some type of normalcy. What that normal is going to be, we don't know, but it doesn't have to look like this, hopefully. Oh, God, it's been so long, right? And so it's kind of like, yeah, man, I want some love. I want some action. I want to get out there. You know, they're thinking about it. They're contemplating about it. Where, how, I want to go get it. And I will. Right? And I will. Okay. What was the follow-up? How accurately does it reflect your genuine nature? Oh, can't wait to get this. All right, well, there we go. How accurately. Okay, all right. So, wow. The duplications are very interesting. Today we're having duplicate numbers showing up. So now we have the 8 of Swords going round and round, round and round in limiting beliefs at the bottom of the deck, okay, with 8 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. Okay, so I'm sorry, my memory. How accurately does it reflect your genuine nature? Okay. You know, I would say that this person is also considering their queen and or the work that they have done throughout this struggling period, this period that where they were battered and bruised and knocked all over the place and turned upside down and inside out, and you know, maybe they have been, you know, really in a space of reflection, looking back over, you know, love's lost, or feeling really nostalgic about, you know, home, family, the easier, you know, when life was easy, the good old days, you know, even childhood. I feel that this person is, while they may be feeling, you know, this like youthful, like new, re-energized sense, you know, let's, I'm ready to go. There's still a maturity here, right? There's still a maturity and a recognition of, well, it's, you know, there's a recognition here. I've earned this. And there could be some questions currently plaguing the mind. Is it okay to do something new, to want something more, to, you know, get out there again, to oh, I can't remember this question, persona, to show a new me, a new, express myself differently, to want something new, different, exciting. Okay. Could be some conflict there, which is in keeping with the Chariot. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be a need with this card many times to deal with something. Could be a choice, could be a direction in life, could be anything, but there's this space of like, okay, this Chariot isn't moving. It's holding, well, the Sphinx are not horse, but it's in sort of like the pause before the action, right? And determining what's right. And sometimes, like I said, they can be conflicting. Okay. So some of those thoughts, should I, could I, is it okay, could be holding this person back or the collective back. To be honest, I think we're all dealing with a lot of this in our own ways, right? I don't know what I can say on YouTube, so I don't want to go there, but you can go on any social media forum, any news outlet, anything, and you can hear all of the ways that we are struggling to come up with some sort of a unified approach to tackling, handling, managing, dealing with, coping with what we're being presented. And it's something that we, part of us has to surrender to certain elements of it. And another part has to say, okay, but this is what I have control over. And then there's that, but what if? But what if you don't? What if I do? Right? I mean, okay. How does your persona protect you? So your persona is that self that you show to the world, right? It's not necessarily your authentic self. And I think that this person, yes, they want something new, exciting. They want to get out of this funk that they've been in. And they also want stability. I mean, they also want and are willing to do the work. It's not going to be fun and games. It's not immature. It's, it's like, I do want my fantasies. I do want my dreams fulfilled, but I'm not, well, look at there. Queen of Cups with the world. Hello. The bottom of the deck. But I'm not going to be, stupid. I've come too far. I'm not going to be hasty. I might still have some things I need to work out within myself. And maybe I'm still looking at those life lessons. Well. What? How does your persona protect you? Wow. Alrighty then. We have the Chariot. And we have Strength. Okay. Interesting. I just want to bring this up for a second. That here we have a different image. Here we have the horses are speeding, right? Still that sense of, maintaining balance and control over the, dual forces of life, I'll just leave it at that. Still there's that sense, but this one is moving quickly, right? And horses can represent spirit, passion, sexuality. It's fast moving energy. There's this. Okay. How does your persona protect you? Okay. With Strength. Oh, now this one's 11. Okay. Well, I certainly do look and feel in control. The lion on her little blanket or whatever she's using, scarf there, is shielding her. It looks to me like she's nude. And nudity representing authenticity and vulnerability, right? So it, the persona, right? It's a shield. I look like I'm in control and I am empowered, and it protects me from letting anyone who isn't worthy, trustworthy into my world, one way to look at it, or maybe it protects me from feeling vulnerable, you know, in any way, shape or form. I want to be seen as in control when shit hits the fan. And why am I saying that? Because look at how fast, you know, he's going. I mean, is he trying to regain control over these horses? You know, whoa, Nelly. But also there's a volcano in the background here starting to smoke up, right? Okay, so never let him see you sweat. All right, and let's see, one more shuffly-do. I swear there is nothing in here. This is water. What is in here? It's mineral water with like leftover grapefruit juice, I think. I quickly decided, like, oh my gosh, I've got an hour or so before sunset. I just want to get this done. So quickly put something in my cup. There you go. All right, Panther Spirit. Number 44, reclaim your power. You know, I know people don't watch my videos and I have 6 viewers. I wish that they would, because they just tidy up so nice. And to me, this isn't me. It's just amazing to me, but you know, what can I do? I can only do what I can do. Okay, so Panther Spirit, reclaim your power, 44. I think 44 is about angels being there, isn't it? Wow. Okay. It takes courage to face challenges, and right now, Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak, where I said this is about speech as well. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. What? Yes. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act toward reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. Be bold. Yes. Wow. Okay. Can't wait to watch this on Friday. Thank you so much. You know who you are. And I hope this was enlightening, gave you something to think about, helped you along your journey, and I wish you a great weekend and be well. Bye-bye.